going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today, we've got another IPL game to review. We've got the 38th game of the season. Tell you what, we're over halfway through the season, so also just a quick little plug. If you did not see my video from like a day or two ago, I did a mid-season, predictions video, like, all the awards and stuff, just to at least get one prediction right this season. That would be nice, because my pre-season predictions aren't looking anything like the real deal. So hopefully my mid-season predictions amount to anything. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like IPL, subscribe. You like cricket, subscribe. We're going to get straight into it, because guess what? We've got a Punjab Kings win. We've got a Kings win against the Chennai Super Kings. The battle of the Lions, I guess. What I find weird is that Punjab Kings, we've got a lion on our logo, but no one ever incorporates, or will call, the Punjab Kings, no one ever associates us with a lion. But CSK, they're the lion is their staple. So I don't know why I'll edit that out. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, but hey, let's just jump straight into the review. Oh man, I've woken up too early this morning, and if I say some loopy crackhead stuff, then you know what happened. All right, we're going to jump straight into it. Player of the match was none other than the man Shikhar Dhawan. Just class, just pure class. And I want someone to tell me right now why this man Shikhar Dhawan can't be at the T20 World Cup squad. Now, it feels like I say that for literally every player that I like. And I know there's KL Rahul, there's Rohit Sharma, there's Virat Kohli who can open. I guess who else can open? I guess Shubman Gill could be in thought for selection. Agarwal and Prithvi Shaw, probably not, because they haven't really done much. Then you got guys like Kish. It's going to be hard to fit all these superstar top order and batsmen, but you got to fit DK in there somehow as well. Jadeja, maybe Gee whiz, it's going to be hard to fit everyone into this team, into the India 11. I don't know why, but that's the main thing that's on my mind, is planning towards the World Cup. As much as I love the IPL and it's my favourite, domestic league across the world, probably, cricket rights that is, I'm very keen for the T20 World Cup, especially since it's in Australia and we've got to defend our title. It's what I've been thinking about a lot. So I've been in two minds this season, but yeah, Shikhar, he is just absolute class, and I don't see why he couldn't be a part of the squad. Imagine if someone like a Rahul or Rohit, Rohit's in some horrible form. I'm not saying you're dropping Rohit. I mean, he's the goddamn new captain of the Team India, so he's not getting dropped. He's not going anywhere. But if it got to the, a semi-final and Rohit Sharma's played 4 games, has made under 20 runs, maybe you think about it. I don't even know. But, we'll leave the T20 World Cup for another time. So, the Kings, we were sent in to bat first down there in, I thought Wankhede Stadium. Look, really not a decent deck for the spinners, I would say. Obviously, bowling first was definitely the right decision, in my opinion. But just too many runs and just some poor late bowling, really, from CSK. They started pretty well. Got Agarwal out for 18 off 21 off 2. He just can't seem to make many runs this season, the new skipper. He takes the role of being the new captain. We let Rahul go to be a captain of a new franchise. We needed him to step up. We needed him to go into this role and be our next, superstar for the next however long. Forever, hopefully. But gee whiz, he's just not having a great season. I think back of when did his form kind of change. And you think about he made, the big score on home soil against New Zealand in that test series. And then he also had that series away from home, the tour of South Africa, where he made a good 60 in the first test match and then just couldn't make runs for the next 2 at all. And he just looked rushed. And now he's the captain of a T20. I know it's completely different formats, but I'm just trying to think back to what happened. Why is he... I mean, obviously, it could just be a bad start, and sometimes you just don't have a good season sometimes, but when it's your captain, you feel a little bit more upset, a little bit more annoyed about it, but that's okay, Mayank. I love you. It's okay, but please step up. If we're going to win a title, we seriously need you to score some runs. This man doesn't need to do anything more. Shikhar Dhawan, 88 not out of 59, 9 fours, 2 sixes. Just, who has anyone tried to write this guy out? He is He's still that guy, and he can still be a top 10 opening batsman in the world in white ball cricket. I don't even care. He seriously could. It makes me think about if he played for Australia, Shikhar Dhawan, he's in our best white ball team so easily. Like, imagine him and David Warner opening the batting in an ODI or T20. Like, that's stuff that gets me excited inside. Like, that might sound weird, but I mean, seriously, like, this guy, he's just so unlucky throughout his, career at times now with Rohit and Rahul keeping those top positions, which they deserve it, but I hope Shikhar can find himself a spot. I'd love to see it. The resurgence at the end of his career, that'd be awesome to see. Bhanuka Rajapaksa as well. Let's talk about it. Comes into the side at number 3. I didn't mention the changes, but I'll do that in a moment's time. CSK were unchanged though, so if you were wondering. Rajapaksa, 42 off 32, 2 4s, 2 6s. Just a really, really good partnership, 100-run partnership with Shikhar Dhawan. That's all we literally needed. Shikhar Dhawan was playing that anchor role, and then he kind of got to around like 50 off 38, I think it was, when he made his 50. And then he just said, we've got all this hitting power behind us. It's the 14th over. I might as well be trying to clear the boundary every chance I get. I mean, Shikhar did that. And then Rajapaksa says, you know what? Now I'm going to play the anchor role. I'm just going to switch strike. I'm going to make sure Shikhar gets, at least majority of the next deliveries in the rest of the game, and was able to peel himself off a nice 42 off 32, 2 4s, 2 6s. He was caught. Well, he was dropped, apologies, by Mitchell Santner on the boundary, and it went for 6. And I tell you what, did that make me smile when Santner, it was right here, and then straight through the mitts, right over the boundary. I mean, CSK just cannot field at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but when you're in a team with Jadeja and MS Dhoni, one of the greatest wicket keepers, the greatest wicket keeper of all time, right? With gloves in hand, he'd be the quickest to dismiss someone. And Jadeja as well, their captain, who's always been known as a superhero in the field, he dropped a few catches, not last night, but a few games ago. And now, Santner, who is also a really good fielder, dropped his own catch. So, shit, I mean, you got to think for CSK, they get Rajapaksa out for 13. You take 30 runs off that total, maybe Livingston, you never know. Everything happens, I guess. But, it definitely was a changing moment in the game. And it felt like CSK, any momentum they had, just went away after they dropped that catch. And it really felt like we went into the driving position. Liam Livingston came out for 7 deliveries late, 19 off 7, 1 4, 2 6s. I mean, that's what he does. And this is why we have to keep him at number 4. Do not start moving him around the order to 3 or even to open at that matter. I think 4 is definitely his position. As much as I'm someone who loves to see the 11 changed around, I think that's Livingston's spot. It's just his spot. It's such a good spot for someone who can play a calm innings, can hit or run a ball, but it's also someone who can come out with the last 7 deliveries and make 19 runs. Like that, he can do both. What he can't do is bowl, which we will get into that in a moment. Johnny Bairstow also out there for 3 balls, run out for 6. Super inspirational stuff there from Johnny. Right, so let me go through the changes that we had in this team, by the way. I'll do it quickly. So we had Nathan Ellis went out. Vibahav, or I can't remember how you pronounce it. Aurora, that's his last name, right? He went out, and shit, what was our other change? Odin Smith wasn't back in. Damn, who did we get rid of? So Sandeep Sharma also came in, the quick. He came in for Alice. Rishi Dhawan came in, of course, as well. Look, let's just continue on with the review because I can't remember who the last one was, and it's going to drive me crazy all video. CSK's bowling lineup: Mukesh Chowdhury, none for 36 off 4. Look, yeah, I really like him, and I think he's a really promising bowler. But does CSK really have anyone? Pretorius did play. I mean, I guess he's probably their best tall seam option, especially to open the bowling. No. I was about to say you can probably rest him for a game or two, but why would you, I guess, when he's your opening bowler? He's actually had a good season so far for someone who's played, how many IPL games has he played now? 6. So he's played 6 this year in his debut season, and he's only 25. Wow. So, yeah, look, I definitely wouldn't be dropping him by any means. All right. I just had to double check that. No worries, guys. All right, back to the bowlers. Mahesh Theekshana, 1 for 32 off 4. He bowled really, really well until his last over. And then his last over, he got put away. Dhawan just tore him apart for 1 over. And that's all it took, just 1 over to inflate this, runs column. He was going at just over a run a ball almost. And then Dhawan just, took him apart and plays the spin so well, doesn't he, Shikha? Mitchell Santner only bowled the 2 overs as well, which... That makes sense to me. The bloke literally took none for 8 off 2. I don't know about you guys, but when you take none for 8 off your first 2 overs, I'd give them the ball back, especially on a pitch that was pretty slow and was definitely holding up for spinners, especially like someone like Mitchell Santner, who, with all due respect, he doesn't spin the ball a whole heap, but he's someone who can get it, like spinning through the air quick. He can jag it in, can float it up. I just didn't make sense to me why he would bowl only 2, especially when he's in the team as an all-rounder. That's what he brings to this team. It just makes no sense otherwise. And, if he came on, bowled his 3rd over, got put for 18 runs in his 3rd over, then you drag him, you don't bowl him again. But I feel like you had at least had to give him the opportunity. I didn't really understand that captaincy move from Jadeja. And then speaking of Jadeja, he bowls himself 2 overs and goes for 18, which, Jadeja's a classy bowler. And you thought this sort of deck would have actually helped him take wickets, but, I guess he only bowled 2 overs. It's not too bad. Dwayne Pretorius, though, you want to talk about fucking bad. Gee whiz. None for 50 off 4. I mean, what more is there to say? I think about this team, the difference from their bowling attack last year to this year. And the big hole that's missing in this bowling lineup is Josh Hazlewood. Of course, was bought by RCB at the auction. He's having a fantastic season for RCB. And it makes me think, CSK, they did not want to pay up the money to try and keep Hazlewood. He literally won a title with them. A guy like Ngidi isn't even in this team anymore. Obviously, he was in and out of their team last year. But I'd still rather him than Dwayne Pretorius. I mean... This isn't 2015 anymore. Dwayne Pretorius does not have to play. Period. I mean, he doesn't have to play. Just sit him on the bench. Because how old is Pretorius now? He's got to be in his 30s. 33, yeah. So, with all due respect in his career, you can see his stats up here, hopefully above my face cam. He's played 3 test matches for an average of 13. It's no surprise. That's runs. So... Okay. I thought they were going to show his bowling stats somewhere, but I guess not. ODIs, averages 15, no surprise. T20, IPL. This is his first IPL season. Oh. I didn't even know that. Wow. I thought he would have easily played heaps of years. That is actually surprising to me, that he hasn't played IPL before, but in saying that, I don't think he should again, to be honest. So, sorry to be harsh, but... I mean, it's some real Odin Smith areas. It's just like, what are you doing? DJ Bravo as well, 2 for 42 off 4. Hey, the man Bravo, he just takes wickets. Can't bat anymore. He doesn't bat anymore, but he's literally taking like 2+ wickets a game. I'm going to be interested to see where he sits in the orange cap, the purple cap, which we will check, of course, at the end of this video. So, hey, CSK. 188 to get the win to chase down. I mean, on this sort of pitch, it was always going to be, an achievable total. But it was definitely something, I think par on this sort of pitch would have been 165, 170. I don't know the previous records on this Wankhede pitch. Because I think the game the other day between Rajasthan and Kolkata, it was, there was one game that was high scoring at Wankhede. I can't remember, but... Yeah, I think 187, especially the way CSK have been playing, was always going to be a pretty good score to try and defend. Ruturaj Gaikwad, 30 off 27. A little bit inconsistent, but, 4 fours. It's exciting enough, and it's all enough that you need to see from Gaikwood at the moment. Someone so young, already won an orange cap. He's getting nothing but just great experience under his belt. And the more games he plays, the more he's going to learn, the better he's going to get. So you just got to keep him there. Robin Udapau, 1 of 7. This is not Test cricket, Robin. Mitchell Santner in at number 3. I did say I did like this move, to get Santner up the order because he's someone who can, hit a long ball. He's a great player of spin. I mean, he's a spinner himself, so he knows how to read the spin quite well. Gone for 9 off 15, just a wasteful innings out there. Shivam Dubé gone for 8 off 7. He's a man who's been in great form. He gets bowled by the man Rishi Dhawan, who, by the way, Rishi Dhawan wearing the mask, I have never seen that on a cricket field before. I've seen that like hundreds of times in the NBA, in basketball, to protect a broken nose and stuff, but in cricket, I mean, what's going to happen? Is a fly going to fly into your nose and break it? I guess, if the cricket ball gets hit at you pretty hard, you can break your nose regardless. But I feel like it doesn't matter if your nose was broken or not already. If a ball comes at you like 80 kilometres into your nose, it's going to break regardless. So, you know what? Protect yourself, I guess. Ryder. I mean, he gave them every chance here in this middle order as well. 78 off 39. 7 fours and 6 sixes. 78 off 39, I already said that, but just what a knock. What a great knock. And it came out of nowhere when I thought this game was absolutely over. Like, where's the fall of wicket? 3 for 40 off 6.6, 4 for 8. I mean, they were never really back in the game, CSK, but gee, I was scared. I was seriously scared at the end to see Raidu. He was putting everything early over the fence, and I'm thinking, here we go again. Here we go again. Punjab is going to choke, and they're going to make me heavily upset. But luckily, no choke, because Odean Smith was not playing, so we got the win. Shout out to Odean Smith, but please stay on the bench. Jadeja also came out. Quick little 21 off 16. Yeah, I mean, it was just too late, wasn't it? MS Dhoni, 12 off 8. Once he got off strike in that last over, it was pretty much over. I mean, the only guy that could have finished it off there was Dhoni. And then Pretorius with a very inspirational and just unforgettable knock from Pretorius. 1 off 1, not out. Almost wins them the game. Well done, Pretorius. So, hey, just a convincing win in the end for the Punjab Kings. Our bowling lineup, Rabada just keeps on, keep on. Wait, that's not the saying. He just keeps on keeping on. That's it. 2 for 23 off 4. Economy of 5.75. I mean, you can't ask for much more from your fast bowler, especially when we were bowling second. Real classy stuff. Sandeep Sharma, how old is Sandeep Sharma now? I feel like I've been hearing about his name for years. I've got to check this. I've got to check it. I'm going to say 34. 28? He is 28? Oh, that is my bad. I was thinking like 31, 32. He's 28. Oh, but he does turn 29 very, very soon. So I guess, yeah. He's played 2 T20 internationals. 19th of July, 2015 against Zimbabwe. Now, I was playing in that game. I can't believe I forgot. Wow, what a day that was. I remember I was actually down in Zimbabwe, and me and Andrew Flower, of course, Zimbabwean legend, we were just having a few beers and before the game and, just having a chat, and I'm thinking, I think we've got to play here, but it's fine. And then I remember going out there half drunk and just putting on an absolute clinic. Unfortunately, I believe all the footage and tape was actually burnt from that very day because I actually put Sandeep Sharma over the rope for 58 runs. He also bowled 2. He bowled like 4 no balls at me. Unfortunately, yeah. See, the stats here, they're wrong. They're wrong. They don't have my record down there, which I don't want to say that the cricket's disrespecting me, but, I just don't know why my name isn't on the scorecard anymore. Tragedy. So, where are we up to here? I know, I got a bit deep there for a second. I had to let that story out that was eating me alive. Shout out to Andrew Flower, my best friend. Rishi, no, I'm befuddled after after my my deep story right there. Rishi Dhawan, no, I've covered him. Arshdeep Singh, 1 for 23 or 4. Really good, super economical again. He is just an absolute superstar. Oh, I'm sorry, but to anyone, but he is like one of the... Wait, why am I sorry? I'm not sorry for this at all. This is a compliment. He is one of the best young bowlers in the world. I mean, it makes me think of a guy like Marco Jansen, who is a similar sort of bowler, tall, skinny. I mean, Arshdeep is nowhere near as tall, but can bowl a good slower ball, can bowl an amazing bouncer. He's pretty classy, isn't he? For such a guy with not as much experience. Yeah, Rahul Chahar only bowled the 3, none for 30 off tree. And the man Liam Livingstone, I still don't get why he's bowling, to be real. None for 12 off 1. I mean, come on, even I could have gone out there and bowled left arm and I still would have been better than that. What was that? Come on. We just can't be letting that happen, Livingstone. That 12 runs will cost us a game one day at the end. But that's, or at the start I meant, so that's okay. But, hey, we get the win. We look at the table. Where have we moved to? We've got the Titans up top, of course. We've got SRH in second, which I still can't believe. But shout out to Sunrisers. They are playing great cricket. Rajasthan in third. LSG in fourth. RCB in fifth. And the Punjab Kings, we're in sixth. Oh, we're not eighth anymore. It feels amazing to see it. It just warms your heartstrings, doesn't it? You know, I guess when you're qualifying for the playoffs or you're sitting eighth and you're not, it's a worrying feeling. But I mean, the table is still so close. It is literally anyone's game, you know. The Titans could easily somehow lose their next 4 games. And then Delhi Capitals could easily win their next 3 or 4 in a row. And then all of a sudden, DC's first, Titans are 6th, 7th. So, I mean, you look at the points. It is all just so close here at the moment. And what I'm noticing, you look at the net run rate. Titans have a plus. RCB, minus 0.4. Punjab, minus 0.4. So we're going to have to work on that. Gee whiz. If we don't want to accidentally choke in the end. But it's all right. We're still early days. The Orange Cap Butler, of course, still sitting up the top. The man KL Rahul, after his incredible knock the other day. Just another ton for him. He's in some amazing form. And he's got 2 centuries for his new team as the new captain. I mean, you can't ask for much more. They're sitting 4th on the table as well. Wait, are they 4th? Yep, 4th. So, can he chase down Butler? I think that's the main thing that you want to think about. Shikhar Dhawan in 3rd, Mr. Consistent. He just does not disappoint me, and that's why I love him. That's why I love him. He will never disappoint. Hardik Pandya, 4th as well. Of course, missed a game or 2, but he's still looking very, very, very nice. I feel like the Titans haven't played a game in about 4 days or something. It's been ages. Because I miss seeing Hardik Pandya play, and Rashid Khan for that matter, but that's okay. Tilak Varma as well in his first season of the IPL, sitting in 5th for the Mumbai Indians who haven't won a game. So you have to give nothing but just massive credit to the man Varma, who is probably their MVP at the moment. I mean, he's leading the runs. I mean, probably someone like him or Suryakumar Yadav or maybe no, I'm joking, not Rowett. I mean, it would be Varma or Sky or maybe even Ishan to that matter. The purple cap, we've got Yuzi up top still. Natarajan in 2nd. DJ Bravo, as we spoke about, he's into 3rd. This is, I mean, what's the most wickets DJ Bravo's taken in one season? He might break his own record here. Kuldeep Yadav in 4th with 13. It's slowed down a little bit, but hey, I'm still fully behind him. Avesh Khan in 5th, Khalil Ahmed, Umesh Yadav, and the boy Hasaranga, who I feel like all 4 of these guys have been stuck on 11 wickets for about like a month. It feels like it's been that long. It feels like they spawned into the season with 11 wickets and they haven't moved since. Especially Hasaranga and Yadav, I feel like they've been sitting on 11 wickets since the 2nd game of the season. But shit, I mean, hey, do you. The highest scores, of course, is dominated by the same 2 players. We're no surprise there. Still the only fifer for Yuzi. And then the batting averages, of course. So, hey, that will cap it off. We have a look at the matches tonight. Oh, shit. We got RCB versus Rajasthan. That'll be a great game. So, we've got 5th versus 3rd. Shit. I mean, as a Kings fan, who do I want to win? I guess it doesn't matter because they're on the same amount of points. So I just hope we get a great game of cricket. Hopefully Virat can make some runs. That's all I can ask for is just literally a good game of cricket. That'll cap it off, guys. That is Punjab Kings. We beat the CSK. The CSK. We beat the Chennai Super Kings comfortably in the end. So, hey, that will cap it off, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the game. If you're a CSK fan, I want to hear from you. Have you given up on this season? I mean, obviously Mumbai Indian fans have. We can bloody forget that. But CSK fans, do you still have any belief in your team to try and make the playoffs? Or do you just say, just try everyone out, just write this season off and use it as an experience sort of season and, play these guys like Chowdhury, 12 games, Dikshana, like they're getting all these experience into some young guys. So I guess you can't complain, but hey, that will cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one.